Hello, everyone, and welcome to our session. My name is Carissa, and I'm your teacher for this hour. It's time for us to go ahead and begin our session. So for those of you who are ready and have your Verbling tickets, come on into the Hangout, and we'll go ahead and get started. All right, let's see who we've got so far. Hello, Roberto. Welcome to class. How are you doing today?
Hi, teacher. I'm fine, thanks. And you?
I'm doing just fine today. Thank you. So today is a rainy day here in Costa Rica. It's actually raining as we speak. What's the weather like where you live right now?
There is a hurricane here.
Oh, wow. It
No,
must.
no, not here. There.
Oh, here.
Yeah.
No. No, I was going to ask you, then how in the world are you taking an English class during a hurricane?
I
That is
saw.
dedication, I guess.
I saw. Uh, sorry, a journal that there is a hurricane in Bermuda. I don't know.
Ah, okay. Oh,
But
really? I hadn't heard
yeah, you
that.
are in Costa Rica. It's not
Hmm.
too close.
No, no, not very close at all. Yeah, I guess this is hurricane season
Yeah.
in the Caribbean. I think until this is October. I think until November it'll be hurricane season
Mm.
there. And then too, we do have a Caribbean site here in Costa Rica, but it doesn't often get hit by hurricanes. Fortunately. Actually, I used to live in the Caribbean, and the islands that I lived on, we really didn't get hit that much with by hurricanes. It wasn't actually until after I left that tropical storms hit one of the island and it really wreaked havoc there.
Mm.
Have you ever been in a hurricane or in any type of severe weather?
No, in Brazil there is no hurricane here.
Oh, that's nice. Do you ever have earthquakes?
No. From nature, here is a paradise.
Oh, I need to be in Brazil.
Yeah, but
I should.
just the nature. The politicians is horrible.
The what is horrible? Excuse me?
The politicians.
Oh, the politicians are horrible.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I guess if it's not nature, it's the politicians. What can you say? I don't know. Okay, all right. Yeah, here in Costa Rica, we get trimmers, and sometimes during the night we get them, and sometimes that can be a little scary. I find that I leave the key in the door now just in case there's a trimmer at night and I have to run out of the house.
Oh.
It happened one night that a trimmer happened here, and it scared me so bad. I was sleepwalking trying to get out of the house, and although the keys are hanging right near the door, I could not find the keys. So I just leave the keys in the door for now, and then that way there's no problem. All right. Well, very good. Okay, so in the meantime, some of your classmates have joined us. Let's see. Let's welcome Yukino. Yukino, welcome to class.
Uh, Nice to meet you. Just call me Yuki.
Yuki. Okay. All right, I can definitely do that. So Yuki, please
Thank you.
introduce yourself.
I'm from Japan originally, but
Uh-huh.
but currently I live in Russia. I
In Russia?
yes, in Moscow.
Oh. So do you mind if I ask how you got to live in Russia, in Moscow?
It would be a long history, long,
Oh.
but shortly I felt love in Russian culture, Russian literature, and
Uh-huh.
Russian language. So
Okay.
I came here long time ago. I have been
Uh-huh.
here 15 years. Now
Uh-huh.
I teach Japanese here to Russian
Oh,
students,
okay.
and I work as an interpreter like you maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I read your introduction.
Okay. All right.
Your
Well,
specialty is in interpreter. Yeah, no?
yeah, I'm a sign language interpreter, yes.
Sign language. Oh, that's
Yes.
great. Mm.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I think it's really nice.
It, it sounds difficult to express something by your only hands and gesture. Yeah,
Yes. It's actually quite fun. I don't know.
yeah. It looks fun, but I think in reality it may be difficult to convey your emotion, your feeling by only by gesture, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's amazing. People do it.
Yeah.
All right, very good. Well, Yuki, thank you for being here in class. I'm
Thank you
gonna
for
you're sorry.
thank you for opportunity to join to your class.
Oh, you're welcome. My pleasure. All right, let's say hello to Alejandro. Welcome to class.
Hello, teacher. I'm perfectly. Thanks.
Good. Well, that's awesome. That's great to hear, Alejandro. It's great to have you back in class today.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, students, it is actually time for us to get right into our lesson. We've warmed up. For those of you who are viewing and you would like to join us here in the Hangout, go ahead and use one of your Verbaling tickets and you're welcome to join in our activities. All right, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you so that you can see what I've got prepared for you. The purpose of today's lesson is to help you to build vocabulary. The exercises that I have here, basically what you will see is that they're broken down into 3 exercises today. Okay, so we're going to have 2 vocabulary building sessions, 5 new words for each session, and then we have a reading, and where you will be called on to not only read but also put in the correct word in the reading, the word that's missing. Okay, and we'll also have some discussion along the way. Beautiful. So our first 5 words are here on the board. Okay, so I'd like you to listen carefully to the pronunciation of the words, and then I'll have each of you pronounce them as well. Okay, very good. So the first word that you see here on the board is paradox. Paradox. The next word is realm. Realm. Number 3, annals. Annals. Number 4, compound. Compound. And number 5, tinge. Tinge. All right, so let's see. Alejandro, can I have you start for us? Please say or pronounce the 5 words.
Okay. Paradox, realm, annals, compound, tinge.
Beautiful job, Alejandro. Thank you very much. Excellent. Okay, Roberto, your turn, please.
Paradox, helm, annals, compound, tinge.
Beautiful. Good, Roberto. Thank you. Okay, Yuki, your turn, please.
Paradox, realm, annals, compound, tinge.
Yes, very good. I was waiting for that last sound on the word tinge. Very good.
Tinge.
All right. Yeah. Now, number 2 has a combination, a consonant combination that it's a little bit challenging to pronounce. The L and the M together. Okay. That word, once again, Yuki, is realm. Realm. Try that again.
Realm, realm.
Okay,
That,
very
that?
yes, just like that. Good, good job. Thank you, Yuki. All right. Now you'll notice.
It's difficult for us, for Japanese, to distinguish the sound R and L. So,
Yes. You're not the only one. I find sometimes other students have difficulty pronouncing the R. It actually sounds like a J sometimes. So yeah, don't feel bad. Just pronounce it as best as you can. Okay, very good. All right, let's get into our reading. Now, what you'll find, the focus of this lesson, I gave you the words. Now I'm going to show you the words in context. That way, you'll begin to see what these words mean. Okay, and this is basically how you learn words in real life. Okay, you hear them in context, and then your mind begins to figure out what these words mean. Okay, very good. So I'm going to start with Roberto. Passage, it's a man's world.
Okay. It's a man's world. How paradoxical that the world's greatest chefs have all been men. Cooking would clearly seem to be a field that lies exclusively with woman's helm. Yet the annals of cookery are replete with masculine names. Brillat Savarin, Hitz, Diat, Larousse. To compound the puzzle, there has rarely been a tinge of humor or thoughts on the masculinity of these heroes of cuisine.
Okay, very good. All right, let's see. Yuki, I'm sorry, thank you very much, Roberto. Very good job with your reading. Okay, Yuki, what is the main point of this passage? What do you think this passage is about?
this is the passage. This passage is about cooking world that and that seems to be a field that present only woman's realm, but in reality it is men's world. I don't know. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, that's basically what this passage is about. All right, now Yuki, is that true in your country, in Japan? Or you can even tell us about Russia. Is cooking a man's world, or is it a woman's world, or both?
You mean the cooking in restaurant or at home?
I just mean in general.
In general.
Yes. Who does the cooking?
In general, regarding the housework, traditionally cooking is woman's job, woman's deal in Japan, regarded as a woman's job in Japan. Women have from the traditional view of Japan, women should keep home safety and doing should do house job and cook waiting for husband's returning home, and husband should work outside and keep house keep house financial bring salary back to our home and just eating. So,
okay.
But
so
it's a traditional point of view.
Okay, so that's the traditional point of view. Now, what do you think about what this passage is saying, that really the world's greatest chefs have been men? What do you think about that?
Um, I think it is not fair. Women should women should have an opportunity, more opportunity to um, to be able to work in as a chef, of course. But I think traditionally, cook is a chef is regarded as a men's job. I don't know why. For example, in Japan, Japanese often go to sushi restaurant, eating sushi, but most of sushi cook in restaurant is a man. That is regarded as a men's job. Maybe almost sushi cook are men. I don't know why. I heard that because of temperature of hand, uh, temperature of hand convey to the sushi raw fish, it spoils the women has a higher temperature than men's. So someone says the higher temperature of hand compared to raw fish and it spoiled. But I don't believe such a belief.
All right. Thank you for sharing with us, Yuki. Thank you.
Thank you for listening.
Okay, Alejandro. So in your culture, okay, is it common for men to cook?
Chef are very common, but at house, that task doing the woman.
Okay, so women cooking at home. Okay. All right. So Alejandro, do you cook at home?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Do you think that you are a chef?
No, I'm not a chef. I only prepare frozen food.
Okay. All right. So you're a chef of frozen food. Okay, all right, thank you. All right, guys, very good. So we've discussed this passage, very good. Now, let's go ahead and we're going to focus now on the specific vocabulary words. Okay, again, okay, the words are here at the top, and actually I'm going to do something here just to make sure that you have the words where you can see them. Oops. Okay. All right. So what you're going to do in this section, you're going to read the sentence and decide which word is the correct word for each of the sentences. All right. So now that you've seen the words in context, let's see if you can put them in sentences. All right, Roberto, I'm going to start with you again. Can you read number 1 for me and tell me the correct word?
Okay. His gloom was now by the fading mark on his geometry test. What's gloom, teacher?
Gloom is sadness.
His gloom was now tinged. His gloom was now changed by the fading mark on his geometry test.
Okay, all right, so you chose the word tinge. All
Yeah.
right. Okay, now I
A,
think,
yes.
tinge actually works better with a different sentence. All right, so if you look back up here at the top, to compound the puzzle, there is rarely been a tinge of rumor. So tinge actually has to do with the amount of something. All right, when we go to the definition, you'll see the size or the amount, okay? All right, but try a different word.
I didn't understand the sentence, teacher.
All right, okay, so the sentence, this person is sad, okay, his gloom. All right, so now we're talking about his gloom. It was now blank by the failing mark on his geometry test. All right, so this person was already sad, and then they got a failing grade or mark on their geometry test. Okay, so what word do you think might work better there?
I pass.
All right, good. Well, let's see. Juki, can you help us?
Yes, I think his gloom was now compounded by the failing mark of his geometry test.
Yeah, that's right. He was
That's right.
compounded. Yeah, good, good. So when we say compounded, Yuki, what do you think that means? That it was compounded?
Yes, it means the it mixed, not mixed. It is
Parts of.
yes, make
What was it?
be a mixture of feeling. No.
Okay, so so you're thinking of compounds. You're thinking of a mix. All right.
And also, it make feeling his feeling worse.
Yeah, that's
by
it.
something, by adding.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, so this person was already sad. Then they got a failing mark on the geometry test, so they feel worse now. Okay, so the sadness or his gloom was compounded. Good, nice.
I
All
understand
right.
how he feel.
You do.
I had such a situation when I was a
Oh, really?
student.
Yeah, I'm sure
I
we all
happened.
did. I'm sure we all have.
Thank you for understanding.
Oh, yes, definitely. All right, let's try Alejandro. Alejandro, let's try number 2.
Number 2.
Yes, please.
Number 2.
All right. So so first of all, let's read the sentence. Can you read the sentence for me, Alejandro?
The of sports are replete with the names of great black athletes.
All right. Okay, so we're talking about sports. We're talking about great black athletes. Okay? Now, it seems that we're talking about the past. Okay, so where can we find a list of great black athletes? Where would we find it? Will we find it in a paradox, a realm, annals, or tinge?
Annals?
Yeah, good. There you go. Okay, so when you think of annals, think history. Okay, so pages in history. Okay, so if you go back to the history of sports, they're replete with. Okay, can somebody tell me what you think replete means? What do you think replete means?
Complete.
It kind of sounds like it, yeah? All right, let's try full of. Yeah, so there's another word for you. All right, so the annals of sports are replete or full of, let's see, I need to put replete with over here. Sorry about that. Okay, replete with or full of the names of great black athletes. All right, good. Thanks, Alejandro. All right, let's go back to Roberto. Roberto, number 3, please.
Yes. One of the great paradox of American life is that though minority groups have suffered injustice, nowhere in the world have so many varied groups lived together so harmoniously.
All right, good. Now, do we need to add anything at the end of the word paradox? Should it be paradox or paradoxes?
Sorry, teacher?
Should that say one of the great paradox or one of the great paradoxes?
Paradox, singular.
All right. Okay, now I want to show you something with this expression. One of the great paradox. Okay, so we're talking about one of many. So when you see this expression, one of, okay, usually the noun that follows it is plural because you're talking about one of many.
Okay.
Okay, so let's add an S there. Okay, paradoxes. It's yes, yeah. Okay, very good. One of the great paradoxes of American life. Okay, very good. Thanks, Roberto. Okay, Yuki, back to you. Number 4, please.
Okay, number 4. A space of garlic is all that necessary in most recipes. I think a tinge of garlic. No, tinge. Oh, a tinge of garlic is all that's necessary.
All right. Okay, so in context, how much is a tinge? How much do you think a tinge of garlic is? Is it a lot or is it a little bit?
Tinge is a color, emotion, quality. So
no, not quality. Actually, tinge refers to amount. The amount of something.
I see. A tinge of small amount.
Yeah, that's it. A small amount of garlic.
I see.
Good, good. Okay, Alejandro, number 5, please.
Number 5.
Sorry about that, Alejandro. There you go.
The cruel king would not allow the prince to enter his
Okay. Well, there's really just one word left, so I'm going to put that in for you.
Realm, restricting him to the forest, which abounded with wild animals.
Yes, very good. All right, good. So looking at this sentence, okay, let's take a guess. What do you think realm is? The cruel king would not allow the prince to enter his realm, restricting him to the forest. What do you think a realm is?
Realm is his property.
Oh, good. Yes, it does have to do with his property. Yes. All right, now let's take a look at the definitions. Okay, so now that your brains are working hard with these words, here are the words, And what I'd like you to do is to pick the right definition for each word. Okay, now you can do the ones that you're surest of first. Okay? All right, Yuki, I'm going to start with you. Okay, so Yuki, I'd like you to choose a word and tell me the correct definition.
Maybe paradox, okay?
Okay.
First one. Paradox means maybe B, a statement that at first seems to be absurd or self-contradictory, but which may in fact turn out to be true.
Yeah, that's right. Very good. Okay, so I'm gonna type paradox here with B. Okay, paradox. Okay, now that's very interesting because okay, let's. I'm sorry. Let me get that right. Okay, very good. To be absurd.
It looks tough to be moved.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Let me. I'll move it. I'll move it here.
It works slow, yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, there we go. I'll do it that way.
I understand.
Yeah. Okay. Beautiful. We'll do it that way. Okay. Nice. Excellent. So a statement that at first seems to be absurd or self-contradictory. All right. Now let's go back up to the top. Okay. So in our reading, we said how paradoxical that the world's greatest chefs have all been men. Now, why is that paradoxical?
Because in spite of a great number of chefs in the world, cooking seems to be a field of women's.
All right.
That's a paradox.
Okay, all right. So cooking seems to be a woman's
the field of woman's field.
Okay, that's right. Seems to be it tends to be, and traditionally it's a woman's realm. That's why it's
contradictory situation.
Yeah, that's right. Good. Thank you. All right.
Thank you.
Okay, Roberto, your turn. Choose a different word and tell us the definition.
Helm is special field of something or someone kingdom.
Okay, very good. So I'm going to take that out and put him right there. Yep, very good. Realm. All right, so when we say that cooking tends to be a woman's realm, what are we saying, Roberto? Why can we say that cooking tends to be a woman's realm?
It belongs to a woman, the cooking.
Okay, yeah, it tends to be the field of most women. Okay, all right, they tend to cook. Very good. Okay, Alejandro, your turn. Choose a different word for me.
Next word?
You can choose any of the words, annals, compound, or tinge.
Annals, historical records.
Very good. That's right. So let's see. I'm going to get the historical records here. Okay, historical records. Okay, so now when we go back up to the top, when we go back and we look at our sentences, okay, that the annals of sports are replete with names of famous black athletes. All right, what we're talking about there are the historical records. All right, very good. Nice job. Okay, let's go back to Yuki. Yuki, compound or tinge?
Compound means compound is the same as increase or add to here, maybe.
That's right. Okay, so to increase something or add to. All right, so we talked about that a little bit in the sentence, the poor guy who was already sad and then he got the failing mark on his exam.
Yes.
All right, poor thing. All right, very good. Okay, let's go back to Roberto. The last word, please.
Tinge. A trace, smattering, or slight degree.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so there's a small degree of something. So when you hear or see the word tinge, think amount, but then also think a small amount or a small degree of something. Okay, very
Okay.
good. Well, those are our vocabulary words. Are there any questions on these vocabulary words? Any questions?
Well,
Okay, all right, very good. Nice job, everybody. Okay, so part of our learning today is going to be to take a look at an idiom. Okay, so I'm going to go down to the bottom and show you our idiom. All right, so here it is. And this time I'm going to ask, let's see, I'm going to ask Alejandro. Alejandro, please read the idiom and also the example.
Okay. Idiom. A flash in the pan. Something promising at the start, but then disappointing. Example. The rookie hit many home runs in the spring training, but once the season began, he proved to be a flash in the pan.
Very good. Excellent. All right. So let's see. Alejandro, can you explain the example? Tell me what you understand about the example.
Mhm. An example. I have learned a lot, but when I try to speak, I'm flashing the pan.
I'm disappointing. Oh.
It's correct.
Is that right? All right, so something promising, so you've learned a lot, then you feel like you're disappointing when you try to speak English. I can definitely tell you that that's definitely part of the learning process. I feel like that often. I'm learning an Indian language, and I tell you, what I'm able to say sometimes is disappointing. But we have to think about the positive side. Let's stay positive. Okay? Yeah, okay, so yeah, that could be an example. All right, in this particular example about the rookie, okay, let me check back in with Roberto. Roberto, what happened with this rookie in the example?
sorry, teacher.
In this
Rook.
example? What happened to the rookie?
Sorry, teacher. I didn't understand the question. Yeah. Who?
Example.
To whom?
Look at the example. The rookie hit many home runs in the spring training, but once the season began, he proved to be a flash in the pan. What happened to the rookie in this example?
It's not happened.
I'm sorry, what do you mean?
Sorry, teacher. Sorry. I mean, I understand now. 1 minute.
Okay.
He hit many home runs in the spring, but in the season he do nothing.
That's
He
right.
was a flash in the pan.
That's right. He was a flash in the pan. All right. So it tends to be used with the verb to be. Okay, you are or something is a flash in the pan. Okay, or it's a disappointment. It seems good, but then later it disappoints.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, very good. All right, let's move on to our second set of words. Okay, so we've already worked with paradox, realm, annals, compound, and tinge. All right, so here are our second set of words. Okay, so again, these words are badger, implore, drudgery, interminable, and perceive. Okay, very good. Okay, so Yuki, I'm going to have you read for me. Okay, so the title of this section or this passage is How Not to Get Your Way.
Okay. I hear the noise.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so I think it's Roberto.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Thank you, Roberto.
Now, thank you, Robert. Yes. How not to get your way? It is difficult to change someone's opinion by badgering him. The child who begged his mother to get off his back when she implored him for some assistance with the household drudgery may very well lead interminably for some special privilege when he wants something for himself. How paradoxical that neither is able to perceive that no one likes being nagged.
Okay, very good. Very good. Okay, Yuki, what is the main idea of this passage? What's the point?
The main point of this article is that it is difficult to change someone's opinion just by persuading him by repeatedly. It is difficult to make someone's opinion change. Yeah, no?
Yeah, that's good. That's it.
I couldn't read until the end, sorry.
Yes, no, that's fine. I can definitely hear you thinking, and you came up with a very good sentence. Excellent job. All right, very good. So we actually came up with here are vocabulary words in context, okay? Badgering him. And one thing that you said was really nice, repeatedly, okay? It's when you say something over and over again, okay? We also got a synonym of that with the word nagged, okay? So if someone nags you, then they tell you or ask you something repeatedly, over and over and over again. All right, very good. Let's take a look at our sample sentences. Let's see if we're able to use some of these words in sentences. All right, okay. So, Roberto, can I have you take the first sentence, please?
Okay. She does her homework on Fridays to save herself from the of having to do it during the weekends. I think it's the drudgery.
Yeah, you're right, the drudgery. All right, so even if you're not sure, here we can almost just go ahead and take a guess or use the process of elimination, right? So it has to be drudgery. Good. Okay, so there's the drudgery of having to do it during the weekend. Now, drudgery, Roberto, does that sound positive or does it sound like something negative?
Negative.
Yeah, it sounds like something negative. All right, so let's keep that in mind, okay? All right, let's go ahead to number 2, and let's have Alejandro take number 2.
Number 2. The teacher continually badgering the pupil for missing assignments.
Okay, good. So, yeah, the word badger goes there. All right, so the verb is to badger. All right, so should we say the teacher continually badgering, or should I say continually badgers?
Badgers.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, badgers. Okay, beautiful job. All right, let's go to Yuki.
Yes.
Sorry.
Number 3, the eminent scientist space difficulties in putting the invention into practice. The eminent scientist perceive difficulties in putting the invention into practice.
Okay. All right. So the eminent.
Perceive this.
Yeah, there you go. Perceives. Okay, you have to make sure that your subject and your verb agree. That's right. The eminent scientist perceives difficulties. Good. Excellent job. All right, Roberto, back to you. Number 4, please.
The sick child's mother implores to the doctor to come immediately.
And you conjugated it correctly. Excellent job. Okay. All right. And then let's take number 5. That goes to Alejandro.
Yes. Listen to the boring lecture for what seemed an interminable.
Interminably.
Interminably.
Very good. For an interminably.
50 minutes.
Yeah, that's right. Very good. Okay. All right. Now, let's try to figure out what these words mean. Okay, so now that you see them in context, let's see if we can figure out what they mean. All right. So let's take the word interminable. Alejandro, what do you think interminable means?
Means interminable. Unending.
Yeah, that's right. It means something that is unending. All right. That's right. So if something is boring, it may seem that it will never end. Right? Okay, good. So unending. So I'm going to put that here. Interminable. All right. And remember, the accent there is on the ter. Interminable. Okay, very good. Nice job. Okay, let's see. Let's take the next word. Well, any word you want. Let's have Yuki.
So I'll take first one, badger. Badger is matched to badger nag. So E yes, E you said no, it's same as nag. So E it's matched to E to pester nag. They are same meanings.
Yeah, that's right. So they're synonyms. That's right. So to badger someone means to pester or to nag or to annoy persistently. Okay, I think you mentioned something that's repeated. Okay, but persistent. It's something that continues persistently. Yeah, very good.
I'm
Nice
always
job.
badgering my wife for employing delicious food every day, cooking delicious food every day. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Now remember our passage. That's one way not to get your way, to badger someone. Okay, very
Yes.
good. Okay, Roberto, choose a different word, please.
Implore.
Okay.
To pledge urgently for aid or mercy.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, and I think we talked about that in one of the sentences. If a mother has a sick child, she might implore a doctor for help. All right, very good. Excellent job. All right, let's go back to Alejandro. Choose a different word, please, Alejandro.
Perceive.
Okay.
To understand, know, known, become aware.
Yeah, that's right, to become aware of. All right, so it's not something that you understand right away. It might take a little time for you to perceive or to understand something. All right, very good. Nice. Okay, and then let's see, Roberto, I'm sorry, not Roberto. Juki, the last word, drudgery.
Usually match to A, unpleasant, dull, or hard work.
Okay. All right, and so some people view homework or housework to be a drudgery. All right,
Me.
so me.
For me, housework is drudgery.
It's a drudgery. Okay.
I don't like to wash dishes, clean the room.
Uh-huh. All right. Okay, well, good. So you consider housework to be a drudgery. Okay,
Yes.
very good. So that's a personal application. Nice. All right, let's go to our idiom. Roberto, I'm going to have you please read the idiom and the example.
To pour oil on troubled waters. To make peace, to calm someone down. Example. When I tried to pour oil on troubled waters, both the angry husband and his wife stopped their quarrel and they began to attack me.
Okay, so maybe it didn't help to try to pour oil on troubled waters.
Yeah.
Okay, so Roberto, have you ever poured oil on troubled waters?
No, I try to keep away from troubles, the other troubles,
Okay,
the
so you
trouble
don't.
from others. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So, but have you ever tried to make peace in a troubled situation?
It's hard, rarely, but yeah, I, I, I don't remember now, but I think I have tried to do this.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll let that be your homework. Okay. Think about a time when you poured oil on troubled waters. Or maybe you need to pour oil on troubled waters right now. Maybe there's a situation that you need to try to help calm down or to make peaceful. Okay, very good. Well, guys, you've learned 10 words today. Okay, we talked about paradox, realm, annals, compound, and tinge. All right, we also talked about badger, implore, drudgery, interminable, and perceive. You also learned 2 idioms today. A flash in the pan. Okay, something starts off great, promising, but then it ends up being disappointing. And then also to pour oil on troubled waters, excuse me. All right, does anyone have any questions before we end our class period for today?
No, it's okay.
All right, very good. Well,
It's
thanks
all
for coming
clear.
to the lesson today. Thanks for your hard work. I know it's challenging to try to figure out what the words mean, but the better you get at it, the easier it will be for you to pick up English words and expressions. All right.
Okay.
Have a great night or day, depending upon where you are in the world. And I hope to see you all again soon. Bye-bye, everybody.
Thank you
Bye-bye,
for the
Peter.
class.
Bye.
Hope to see you soon.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Bye.
Bye-bye.